What's up, guys? Welcome to a different sort of video that I wanted to do today. Uh, this is Rob from LegitBrowniesgaming Gaming, and today we are going to be taking a retrospective look at this channel, everything that's happened from the start of this channel. And the reason I want to do this is because this is the first video we ever uploaded to the channel. It was uploaded February 19th, 2011. 9 years ago, or a little bit over 9 years ago. I'm recording this April 1st, 2020. So I was 13, and Steve was 13 when we started uploading videos to this channel. So it's been almost a decade. It'll be a decade next year, and I thought, while we're all stuck inside due to the current events in the world, why not just kind of look back on some good times and some better days. So the first videos we ever uploaded were actually these Google search stories. We actually had a couple of them. We had Japanese Gaming search story, New York Sports Teams, and Zombies search story. We didn't make these videos. I don't know if any of you guys were around when these videos you were able to make the videos, but basically Google just made a video for you and then uploaded it to your channel. So we basically made 3 of those videos like in a row, and then it's interesting. The origin story of this channel, back when Steve and I were 13, we wanted to make and design a video game based around the premise of sniping. We both really enjoyed sniping Call of Duty, but we always thought that it really wasn't portrayed very accurately. It was kind of frustrating to snipe in those games. So we decided, what if we just made our own game? And that's what we were going to do. It was going to be a first-person shooter that was realistic, but also somewhat arcadey, Call of Duty type gameplay. But we wanted to make a game. That's really why we ended up. That's really why we ended up starting this channel. So that's what this was all about. We ended up changing the name. It was originally supposed to be Operation One Shot, and then we ended up changing the name at some point because we switched from we switched from thinking about making a sniper-based game to just a general FPS, and then we ended up dropping the idea totally when we kind of realized that game design was not really gonna be oh my god, not really gonna be something that it was gonna be in the cards for us. That came kind of later, but I don't know if you guys were aware, at the time I went to school for video game design, and then my school ended up closing on me, so that was no longer the case. But yes, obviously we were big Xbox Call of Duty guys. We thought we were emulating and using the tactics of real world special operations groups. We did not condone quick scoping, hacking. We had some run-ins with these guys on Xbox back in the day, and we were not really the biggest fans of them, and they didn't really like us. So that's what that was all about. But yeah, we did have a clan. We had an okay sized clan. At one point we had like 8 to 10 guys on the clan, but we never really got into like competitive gameplay or anything like that, which is funny because when we started playing Rainbow Six Siege, we talked about potentially playing in some of the community tournaments and stuff like that. Kind of all started back here. Big Call of Duty guys. This is the first, I guess, commentary you could call it. April 30th, 2011.
Okay, I'm recording. He's floating!
So this was a World at War game that was some guy was hacking. Oh, you can hear my squeaky voice. Ugh. I can't make that sound anymore, believe it or not, but this was really early in the morning, so I'm sure my dad was really pissed off that I was just screaming. What noises am I making? I sound like a chihuahua. I was playing with Noah at the time, actually. There is no commentary in this game. It is 11.5 minutes of me screaming. And as you can see, I had the great setup of a camera pointed at my TV. That's not even in centered, and it's not even in focus. Oh my god.
There you go. There he is, there he is.
Oh my gosh. You can see like my little Tom Clancy's End War poster over here. So this was the first quote unquote commentary, I guess. It's not really a commentary. This was the first live commentary that we did.
I go at least,
Oh, that is so
even,
loud.
maybe. I'm lucky. I will go even. I'm lucky. I'll go negative like 7. Oh wait, I'm already negative. Never mind. Completely disregard that last comment.
Look at this crispy 240p. So I actually had a little green video camera that my sister was using, that she wasn't using, I should say. I can't see 200 pixels on the screen. Oh, it's so good and crunchy. It was like a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh, I got him. I got a hit marker. I got a hit marker. Not there. You haven't bought the... Oh, yeah. By the way, Steve recently prestige. Last night, he had, like, no gun. I was on fire. Coming to help you. He got lit on fire, Robert. He's fine. He spontaneously combusted. Pretty much. Oh, no! We have 17 kills. Oh, collectively, our team has 17 kills. 2 and 9. I am doing terrible.
Yeah, again, there's not really much commentary in any of these videos, so we basically just pointed the little camera at the screen for... These were all recorded in one day.
We're recording. Are we? Yeah. That's my class. That's my retarded guy with the bandana. No, I don't have a hand cannon. I was the guy with the goalie like 3 games ago. He just pulled the trigger on the freaking empty. Forgot to do it. What's up, guys? LegitBrowniesgaming here.
Oh.
Bulber! No, seriously. Sorry, guys. Apparently I sound like the movie Slade when I introduced myself, so. No.
Boobies? What? Why was Steve yelling boobies?
Alright, what's up, guys? There we go. We're gonna suck nuts again, but whatever. We're gonna record some. Not that we're gay on you. This is just a reference. It's just called.
I love how Steve felt the need to clarify that we're not gay. No, believe it or not, I'm not sure why you wouldn't believe it. Steve and I are not gay. Very, very not gay.
And we're in a game late, guys. On headquarters. You said how the hell we searched for search and destroy and we got headquarters. Oh God! Why does everything look like a Gatling gun? It's faster when it's suppressed for whatever reason. No, but like on this game when you're spectating, everything looks like when they kill you. Like what's going on there?
Yeah, we recorded all these in Steve's room. Still with my crappy little video camera here. And this was my first solo commentary, I believe. Speak up, self. I cannot hear you.
And this is about me going 28-2, spoiler alert, with the M14, and my secondary being a Colt, but I don't think I use it.
Oh wow, I went 28-2.
The reason I decided to upload this is the last live commentaries we put up, those were more for the conversations and the random things that happen when the 2 original founding members of LegitBrowniesgaming comes together. This is more about the actual gameplay and a good score coming out at the end. In this game, I was playing with War 2525.
Yeah, so I actually did my solo commentaries, and then I did a bunch of solo commentaries. Steve actually he made some commentary openings that we could have used for the videos here. The only problem is we didn't really have a way to to get these onto my computer at the time, because I think Steve gave them to me and then I lost the files. And I don't think we realized, or I'm not even sure if at the time you could take, this one has sound. Oh. Interesting sound, but sound. EB Games. So I think I lost the files for these, and we were going to use these as the commentary openings. And I believe we actually have one of the videos on this channel actually uses one of these openings. These weren't bad for the time. I have to say, I was pretty... this was pretty ingenuitive what Steve did there. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think we really used them all that much, but maybe it was this video where we ended up using... I used the intro. Yeah, there we go. I actually ended up using the intro for this one, believe it or not. For this Black Ops commentary. So then, more or less, that's kind of how the channel went for a while. I would record commentaries, and Steve would record commentaries. Oh, we used the intro for this video as well. I think this is me. I say the video has a funny ending. Do I believe myself?
Really closely to see what happens here. I get my care pack. It's all good. Oh, there it is. Alright, now you gotta watch. I go to use it, aimed at my sight, boom. Cousin walks in front of me, barrel stops himself inside the Valkyrie, and kills him, me, because he doesn't die.
Okay, but why am I explaining that, like...
And I watch the video, and I get him with, like, 0.5 seconds left to go.
Why am I explaining what happens here, like, 20 seconds after?
But, yeah, go steady aim, you know? Helping me out. And...
That actually is pretty funny. My cousin walks right in front of me as I'm going to shoot, and I just get obliterated. This series, whoa, this, hello, children, good gravy on a stick. This series of videos, a guided tour of Steve's head, is actually, he's gonna
Stuff like that happens.
You can see that his quality is a lot better. His aim with the camera wasn't too great, but his quality was great. I think he had a digital camera that he was recording with. What's it called? I think he had a digital camera, like a DSLR, that I used to record with. I loved this series of videos.
I'm usually better than this.
This is one of my favorite episodes to listen back to, believe it or not.
Hey, fuck, that camera's got fucked up. Anyway, hey
So-
guys, it's Steve again, and the camera's fine. It'll be fine.
The reason I love watching these videos is it's funny to go back to 8 or 9 years ago and hear how much our political opinions have changed since then. Steve's face is just in the camera. I always really enjoyed, even back then, I really enjoyed these videos because I really enjoy hearing Steve articulate about things that he's passionate about. And I loved the idea for this series. I thought this was awesome. Just Steve picking up a camera and just recording whatever he wanted and just talking about whatever he wanted about. And even to this day, I really enjoy listening to Steve articulate about things that he's passionate about. Especially now with things that he knows about a lot. Obviously back then we were 13, we really didn't know much about politics, so this is more or less, you know, his opinion at the time. So obviously this is very dated. I can tell you from firsthand experience, his opinions as well as mine are drastically different now, way more so than they were back then. Yeah, our opinions are way different. I'll tell you that much. Specifically, in this video, he actually talks about...
So, you know, it's nothing here.
If you could find it.
Here is more. It's obvious that everybody knows there's more than one party. I don't believe in they're not. I believe in pro-choice. And when I tell people I'm Republican, I believe in pro-choice. Both have kind of good beliefs, like the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I like the Republican Party better.
That has changed. That has definitely changed. Steve is very much not a Republican anymore, and neither am I. I think we talked about politics maybe in one of our dual commentaries somewhere down the line. That has very much changed. I now identify as independent. I'm not really going to tell you what Steve identifies as if he doesn't want people knowing that, but I personally identify as independent now, and
I don't believe in they're not. I believe in pro-choice. And when I tell people I'm
this is still true.
pro-choice, they're like, what? Gas? And it's stupid because I have my own beliefs. I'm not going to be like a straight up Republican where I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's right all the time. No, I do agree with President Obama like one-fifth of every 10 minutes of every year he's in office. Like the Libya situation, he says I don't need congressional approval to use military force in Libya, and it's true because it's not war. It's not a wartime scenario, so it doesn't need congressional approval to not go to war. And I think it's stupid. We're going back to our isolationist belief that the Republicans want to go back to isolationism. We worked so hard to get out of isolationism and to put the world in the situation we have it in at this point that if we go to isolationism, the world's gonna be like, what the fuck, America, what are you doing? And it's stupid, and I don't believe in what they're saying. Like Joe Boehner, I do like him a lot. I do like the House. I don't like the president. I don't like our president right now. I don't agree with him. I'm gonna say it. I don't agree with the liberal. Agenda.
That has very much changed, I will tell you that. Both Steve and I at the time really did not like much of President Obama, and in hindsight we both really enjoyed when he was in office, but I don't know, something about listening to Steve articulate, when he sits down and he talks about something that he wants to talk about, or something that he knows very well, there's something very grasping about that when he talks like that. I don't know if people feel the same way about me. I tend to be very rambly and just kind of blah, 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 blah. But and back then we were 13. Neither one of us were going to be the most articulate people on the planet. But I don't know. This was one of my favorite series of videos, and even to this day, looking back on, I have fond memories of watching these videos when Steve would upload them and really enjoying them. So I don't know if he so much enjoys them anymore, but we did a keynote or token survival guide. This is actually one of our most popular videos of all time. It's funny because we had a friend called Piter31, and he used to do, I think this is actually his channel down here. He used to do emblem tutorials all the time, and we were good friends with Piter. We played Xbox with him all the time, and I actually asked permission from him to upload this video because I didn't want to kind of steal his thunder, and it was really cool. He was I don't really know how old he ever was at the time, but he was definitely older than us, but we were good friends for a while. Played Xbox with him, like I said, and this is one of our most popular videos. Got 430 views. In a vintage Winnipeg Jets emblem tutorial. So as you can see, even back in the day, Steve and I were huge hockey fans. I think probably could have made a better S, but even back in the day we were huge hockey fans, and that kind of leaked into our other stuff, like even our Call of Duty stuff. Tripod hatred. I think Steve's thing falls off the tripod in here, in this video. We did some more dual commentaries, and for a while this was kind of how the channel really went. I think this is a Steve video here. Again, Steve was probably the more forethinking of the both of us when this channel first started. He uploaded a video talking about Bill S978 and why he doesn't necessarily disagree with it, but he believes that it should have been reworded. this was actually a dual commentary with me and my cousin.
This is Rob from LegitBrowniesgaming Content. What the hell is cover?
Yeah, there's some weirdness going on with this TV. I don't really know what that was all about. So this was actually me and my cousin on my stepmom's side. And we used to play together all the time as well. My cousin Nick. Oh god, this video. Oh no. Well, it's only fair, I guess. I showed you some of Steve's older videos. I'll show you some of my older videos here. So this video is me talking about what I would do if I joined the military, which I don't know why I ever thought was ever gonna happen.
It's either his dad, yeah, I think his dad's dad was in the army too. Fortunately, I don't have that either. So, stuck with this. And I mean, I'm not saying the M4 is a bad weapon, it's just an incredible weapon. It's a force, and the force is really, because the one special force that I really think I would actually be able to make it into would be Delta Force, and
What? What did I just say?
the special force is really, because the one special force that I really think I would actually be able to make it into would be Delta Force, and
I really said that I would have made it into
Well,
Delta Force.
plus they, they do all sorts of underwater. They were not chosen. And the reason is because Delta Force isn't really a unit that's all about muscle. Former operator. And I use my head fairly often. I get fairly good grades in school. I have good instincts about things. I have really good common sense. And sometimes that leads me to be the killjoy of the party, but it's just me using.
What was I talking about? This video came out I was 13 when this video came out. I get good grades in school? What are you talking about? Oh my god. Ugh.
In my common sense.
Ugh. Ugh. What was, oh, this video. Yeah, this was a glitch that I, oh god. This is a glitch that I actually found on accident one day.
Oblivion.
We're gonna get
A guard stuck in a fence. Because it's the best thing ever. Blah, 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 go away.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta make sure you get him stuck in the wood because it's hard to get them over the wood. Where a favor would stay.
It shot him in the neck. Oh my goodness. My internet might be
Oh god.
dunking out on me here, but this was actually a really fun video to make. This was kind of after the first.
Poor guy.
Poor guy, he tried to kill us.
Should we get the horse stuck in it too?
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, yeah, let's go.
This was kind of after like that first big spree of videos we made, and you can kind of see that slowly it started to be something different around this time here. I started the first, what I think was this me or this might have been Steve. Yeah, it's really funny. Steve starts an LA Noire Let's Play. I also started an LA Noire Let's Play on his channel, and neither one of us had finished it. But we'll get to that later. Alright, did a live intro for this.
What's up, guys?
As if anybody cares that I'm standing out in the rain in my backyard. Like, did I think this was cool? I even exclamation marked it, live intro.
Rain is my favorite kind of weather, and this is just perfect
But yeah, so what was I saying? Around this time, you really started to see the channel switch a little bit. We went from Call of Duty commentaries to series. I started a series called The Random Game, which I had a list of all the games that I owned at the time, and I would just use a random number generator. It would pick out a game for me, and I would just play it and see what would happen. And I also, if you notice, around this time, got a better camera and a better TV. So you can see that the quality improved a little bit there. And then this, man, the first series that I ever personally completed was the New York Islanders GM mode commentary. This was probably one of my favorite series I've ever done on the channel, is this GM mode commentary, where I took over the New York Islanders. Steve and I used to love GMO commentaries on Xbox or on YouTube, and it really, that's kind of one of the reasons why we started this channel. I'll also get to that a little bit later. But then we started the week-long wind, or I started the week-long wind down.
I'm sorry, that was terrible. I just blanked. But
you can hear that I actually have a mic. I actually have a headset.
You don't want to be dating someone that, excuse my language. You don't want to be dating someone that's an asshole. You don't want to look at your girlfriend or boyfriend and be like, wow, he's such a dick. I really love that guy. Like, no.
What? What the hell? Again, so this was 2013, so this was only 7 years ago. So I was 15 at the time.
You want to look at them and just be like, they're this amazing person. They're really nice. They're really helpful. And I want to avoid using the word perfect because perfection can kind of be an iffy topic to me. 3 things that go along with the thought of perfection, in your boyfriend or girlfriend, or, I don't really think anyone would, be questioning love if they're married, although.
That's not true at all. A lot of people question love when they're married, more than you'd like to think myself at age 15. So this was a series that I did where I kind of just went back and just sat down, recorded a gameplay ahead of time, and then just rambled on about a topic that I thought was deeper, or required a little bit more of a serious tone, like decision making, love, many topics, life in general. I'm not going to bore you guys with sitting through this whole thing, but I'd actually be very interested to listen to myself talk about life. I rage on Black Ops 2. Did I even own Black Ops 2?
Here we go. Start the game. Let's go. I'm on it.
I guess so. I must have.
I'm questioning my own logic here. Oh yeah.
There's no audio.
Because, this game is
How can I rage with no audio? Oh yeah, there is audio. Sorry, my headset was just unplugged a little bit.
And just getting shot in the back is just something I do. Getting shot from behind, I love it. I love it. I fucking hate this game.
Oh yeah, okay. Did some Sonic the Hedgehog gameplay. And then I kind of went back to the Call of Duty for a little bit. I did some Left 4 Dead. I still do think both of these, by the way, are true. I do think hockey is the greatest game in the planet, and I do think goaltending is the best position in the planet. I would love to actually kind of give my explanation as to why I thought both of those things. This is actually a very interesting video, the Don't Die Dateless Dummy, because this was the first, I think...
What's up, guys? It's Rob from LegitBrowniesgaming in here.
Valentine's Day special video I did on the channel. Yeah. This is like some random visual novel that I picked up on Xbox, and I think this was the origin.
So in honor of that, we're gonna be John Kerry.
What is wrong with me?
We're gonna start this, and I don't have John Kerry voice, unfortunately. I should just Photoshop John Kerry.
Did I do? I think I did a girl voice for a little bit, and then I dropped it because I couldn't. Oh no! Oh no!
John Kerry, hi. What building are you looking for? That's
Oh god!
Humanities Hall.
Oh what? What was I thinking? I uploaded this in 2014, so I was 16 at the time.
She is kind of cute. She's got the red hair. You spot the Humanities Hall on the map, and she thanks you again for your help with a smile. The two of you part ways and you run off to your class. Booking it, dropping bombs of knowledge.
Dropping.
Damn, that girl looks cute. All this guy is gonna say that. Damn, that girl
What? 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 Oh.
looks cute. That's all this guy is gonna say the whole time. Should I sit next to her? Shit, stop thinking and just do it. Nike. The old me would have taken a seat tucked away in the back. But now it's
Nike? Oh yeah, just do it.
let's do this. Channeling his inner Captain Price. You take a seat next to the girl. That was the easy part. I'm pretty sure that was really easy. What are my next moves? Is it
What?
This expensive walls, man. Hey, it's the girlfriend. I said, let's talk to her. Hey, did you find your classes okay today? Oh, hi, I did thanks to you,
What? Beep, 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 beep. Oh god. What is this? This is like the ending scene with John Kerry.
What's up, guys? Rob from LegitBrowniesgaming.
Why am I so loud in this video?
Play the game. I don't know how good you're gonna be when your reaction time is all over the place.
So I fucking the whole team died.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that does not sound British at all. I really thought, it's funny, at the time I thought I had a really good British accent. That is horrendous, and I apologize for that. This was a really fun series. So let's play Crusader Kings 2. I love Crusader Kings 2.
Noir thing.
Ah! It's so loud. I love this game. If you have any interest in grand strategy game, I would highly recommend this game in general. And again, another completed series. I did a Let's Play Stunt Track Driver. This is our most popular video. 10,000 views and 9 comments. Yeah. Craziness. I don't really know why this particular game is so popular. Let's Play to the Moon. This game almost made me cry. Yeah, and then we started doing the charity streams. The first ever meme video, well, not first ever, but F's in chat. I don't think we had the correct setup for the Elgato game capture at that point, or else we probably would have used it. And then this is really kind of, you know, I uploaded some live streams that we did, some more meme videos, and more Let's Plays. This was a very interesting segment where people, for some reason, kept asking me my opinion on things, so I just sat down in front of the camera and gave my opinion on things.
Today's video topic.
Nice bed, that
Buddy,
unmade.
I'm just gonna take some stupid example. You know, I think everybody should be able to.
This was 3 years ago, so I was 19.
And you know, everyone should be able to be happy. Okay, let's go back. I said I think everyone should be able to be happy in life. Some idiot could take that out of context and say, oh well, you know, he thinks that, you know, pedophiles and rapists deserve to be happy in life too. So clearly he's like, you know, perpetrating man.
What the hell? Yeah. I actually kind of still agree with myself mostly between these two videos that I watched. That's a sick thumbnail right there. And then I started doing, I don't know why, for a couple of times I did these like quote-unquote vintage Let's Plays where I would just, again, it was like a throwback to the old Call of Duty days where I would just sit down in front of a camera and just, or sit down in front of a gameplay and just talk. And I really do miss those days of YouTube. There's really something intimate about those days of YouTube where it was like CNanners or Hutch or Woody's Gamer Tag, just sitting in front of a Call of Duty commentary and just rapping about life, you know, and just talking about real stuff or nonsense stuff like what they did that day or something like that. And then these are kind of the more recent stuff. The most recent development in the channel is obviously the Lighting Lamp podcast, which has been since moved on to its own channel. That I'm going to take that, keep uploading the first season of Lighting the Lamp on this channel, but after that it will only ever be on it will only be on the new channel, I should say. I'm pretty sure I did Don't Die Dateless Dummy twice, although I'm not sure where that other video went. I definitely recorded it twice. I don't know if I uploaded. Yeah, here it is. The second one. This one was actually done with the Elgato. I think I was still.
And the myth, the legend, John Kerry himself. Don't be confident you get with a nice girl. The giant barrages of fireballs. Okay.
You're a wizard.
30 years old, you become a wizard. I mean, okay. So do I want to go around mercilessly scorching my unsuspecting foes with giant barrages of fireballs?
What?
Should I sit next to her? Shit, stop thinking and just do it. Do it. Just do it. Shut up. The old man would have taken the seat tucked away. That's all I'm gonna say. You have some time to
I still crack myself up. I don't know if I make anybody else laugh, but why is Obama there?
Yeah, yo, what up, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Go up to the dude. Yeah.
I don't know if I crack anybody else up, but I definitely make myself laugh. What?
Kind of seems like, you know, some Bob Ross type stuff, but well, let's go back to my place, okay? Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him.
I still make myself laugh. I don't make anybody else laugh, but that's kind of the history of the channel. And then, you know, there's a lot of stuff on here that I never finished. I never finished LA Noire Let's Play that I uploaded. I mean, I have it unlisted here. I got so far in it too, I just couldn't finish it out, and then eventually I stopped playing LA Noire. I have since finished the game, but at the time I stopped playing. And these are some of my favorite videos I did too, and I don't know why I stopped the Let's Play of this game, because I had such a blast doing Let's Plays of that game, and I really wish I would have finished it. There's a lot of other videos on here that are unlisted. Some of them are just nonsense videos, but I also did a Oblivion commentary that I never finished either, and I really wish I would have kept on with this as well, just because I loved playing Oblivion and I loved doing this as well. It's really weird because a lot of times when YouTubers do this sort of like retrospective look back at their channel, you know, they're coming from a place where it's like, oh, I started from nothing, and you know, look at the channel now, and look what we've become. And you know, this is still a channel with 62 subs, you know, and I wouldn't really even consider myself a YouTuber, and obviously I haven't really quote unquote made it, right? But that was really never the point. You know, the point of starting this YouTube channel wasn't to make it. I mean, sure, at the time, I'm sure Steve and I would have loved to become YouTubers and made money off of doing it, but you know, at least for me, the whole point was I was doing something that I wanted to do and that I found so much fun. You know, I loved the Call of Duty Let's Plays at the time, and it's really weird because this channel is almost like a time capsule of the way YouTube went. Call of Duty Let's Plays were huge at the time, you know, when we were doing all these Call of Duty Let's Plays, and then series started to be the big thing, like, or the Call of Duty commentaries, and then Let's Plays were the real big thing for a while, and series and stuff like that, and then eventually it started, you know, the big zeitgeist on the channel at the time was meme and like short shareable videos that you could see here and here and here. and then streaming became really big. It's really weird because in a lot of ways this channel is kind of like a time capsule of what YouTube is and what YouTube became. It's very, very strange. But that was really it. It was never really about making it, you know. It was never about making money or making a career out of YouTube. I'm sure, obviously, would I have loved if that would have happened? Yeah, absolutely. It would have been awesome if I could make a career off of living off of YouTube, and not have to actually work. Not that I'm saying YouTube's not work. You know, the content creators put time and effort into their videos, deserve a lot of recognition, but, you know, it was really more about making content and emulating the people that I found enjoyable. And I always thought, you know, we never got a lot of views on the channel. You know, we got a couple of videos really popped off, 2.3K views and, you know, all that other fun stuff. But that was never really the point. You know, our most popular video, 10,000 views, 7,000, about 2.8, 2.3, and then you can see it really drops off. Most of our videos have less than 50 views. Almost all of them actually have less than 50 views. I always thought when I was making videos that I wanted to make content that I would enjoy. And it, you know, it was never about making it. It was more about making things for kids that were like me. Kids that just sought YouTube as a way to just have fun, get some entertainment, and really look to them for a way to relax or a way to wind down and just kick back and listen to some guy talk about life over a Call of Duty commentary or something like that, or watch a let's play of a game that nobody else has ever played. And there's actually, you know, I'm gonna still make let's plays. I do have a lot of ideas for let's plays that I want to make, and I really do regret not finishing a lot of the let's plays that I started, which is why I think I've started to more do shorter one-off videos so I don't disappoint myself or other people like that again. But I always thought, you know, even if just one kid, even if we get one view on a video and one kid sits down and has a good time for 10 minutes, listens to us talk about nonsense, or sits down and watches a 30-minute Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 and buys Crusader Kings and gets 1,000 hours of enjoyment out of it. Because that's the reason I bought Crusader Kings 2, was I saw a Let's Play of it and I thought, wow, this game is awesome, I really want to try it. Or if somebody sits down and listens to one of our Light in the Lamp podcasts, and even for 2 hours or an hour and a half, can forget about life for a little bit and just sit down and listen to hockey talk. I mean, that's what it's all about to me. You know, I want to make content for people that are like me. That, you know, when I was a kid, I looked to people like Woody's Gamer Tag or C-Nanners for those videos because I loved it. I loved that era of YouTube. And I loved listening to them. So if even like just one kid can sit down and have a good time for 20 to 30 minutes watching some of my videos, that's what makes it, that's why I do this. And that's why I still, to this day, 9 years later, we have 62 subscribers after 9 years of content, and I still love making YouTube videos to this day. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I still love making all sorts of different content for a wide variety of people. You know, it was never about making it, and that's kind of the thing. It's really interesting to see how I've changed over 9 years, how Steve has changed, how our approach to content has changed. Obviously, over the years, the quality has gotten better, but that's not really what I was talking about. And I don't really plan to change. I mean, I have a lot of Let's Play ideas. Like, I'm actually going to record a Let's Play of a very little-known game quite soon. A game that doesn't take too long to complete, so I'll be able to get all that out of the way, probably in like 10 to 15 videos, not even. I think that's kind of like what I like to do right now. That's my big, you know, driver, is I make commentaries and Let's Plays of like games that nobody really knows about or nobody really talks about or nobody really plays, but that a kid like me who had played, they come be like, oh yeah, like awesome, like there's a Let's Play of it, like I want to watch this now. So there's a couple of Let's Plays coming up, but as far as my approach to YouTube, I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not really going to change. Obviously, Steve and I are now doing the Light in the Lamp podcast on a weekly basis, which is a lot of fun, and I love doing that. And I'm still going to make dumb edits and stupid meme videos and all that other stuff, so you can expect me to go nowhere. But I guess what I want to say at the end of the day, whoever these 62 subs are, or whoever the people that watch our video, if you've even ever only watched one video of ours, you know, I want to say thank you, because that's what it is about to me. If I entertained any of you guys for even like 10 minutes, you know, that it was worth making that video, and it's worth putting in, you know, whatever time and effort to edit and upload and all that stuff. And that's what it's about. So if you've ever watched a video of mine, if you're watching this video now and you subscribe or whatever the case may be, you know, I just want to say thank you, and I really appreciate you guys sitting down and watching the content. If you have any suggestions for content, please let me know. Steve doesn't really make content so much anymore, but if you want him to be a part of it, just let me know. I'll try to see what I can do. Steve and I are still best friends. It's not like we don't talk or anything. Like, we're still best friends. We still talk to each other on an almost daily basis. It's just that he doesn't really make content as much anymore. But that's not really the point. The point really is that if you have any ideas, any suggestions for stuff, let me know. And just look forward to the dumb nonsense that I'm going to spout in my next video, because I'm sure whatever comes out of my mouth next time will make absolutely no sense. And it'll just be as dumb as it's been for pretty much 9 years at this point. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon.